Hello, my health freedom loving friends. Misty Gardner-Karlfeldt here with Health Freedom Idaho, and I am here with my dear friend, Sarah Walton Brady. She runs the group Idahoans for Vaccine Freedom, and she's an amazing warrior, as you all have seen. They've seen it. They saw you. Not only were you...
I love freedom.
Come
what
on.
can I say?
You were on the cover of the Idaho Statesman. You were standing your ground.
A couple years ago.
And then you were at the West Ada School District.
A few weeks ago.
With the sandwich board sign.
Handing out exemption forms left and right, or parent sample statements.
Yes.
That they could use. Yep.
Yes. And you even had people come out and talk to you.
Yes.
And they wanted to relegate you to the side.
Yes, it's true. And then at one point they're like, well, you can stand next to the trash can. And I just kept saying, I'm going to stand wherever I legally can stand. And guess what? I ended up standing in the exact same spot they were trying to get me to move out of.
Yeah, that's true. You did stand your ground exactly where you were.
Because I said, I'm not handing or doing anything out here that you guys shouldn't already be doing in there.
Right.
And in fact, I'm an unpaid employee at this point. You are welcome.
It was great to be a part of that. I know you guys saw that. It was amazing. And I hope it inspires more people to do something like that. I mean, like she said at the time, she wasn't handing out anything that wasn't already being handed out inside, but somebody had to go ask for it and they had to know it existed.
Right.
So she was standing out front, letting people know it exists.
Well, and I had asked them to provide a stack of exemption forms there on the table, but they said, no, the nurse has them. I go, you mean the nurse has them inside of a folder that someone has to know to ask for? So I decided they still had a need for me to hand out forms and So, but I have great news today.
Yes.
This is great news.
I couldn't believe it when you shared it with me.
Bonneville School District.
Woo! Bonneville!
In their school board meeting said, and this was I think like a day ago, and I want to say it's around the 29-minute mark if you want to go back and look at it, said,
and we'll provide the link,
that on the forms where they're notifying parents that they need to have vaccines for school, it also needs to say, what? That there's exemptions. Praise Jesus. Praise Jesus. So, hey, go and tell Bonneville School District, thank you. Thank you, Bonneville School District, for setting the standard and notifying parents of their lawful exemption rights. Every school district in the state of Idaho should be doing this.
That's right.
Hey, if your school district is not doing this, you know what you can do? You should email your school board.
Yep.
You should be emailing your legislators. We can make the change because guess what? When Senator Martin decided to sit on HB 133, which did pass in the House.
Right, with flying colors. And then he put it in his drawer.
That bill was supposed to lawfully force the schools to be doing what they should be doing anyway on their own.
Right.
But if that's fine, if that bill isn't going to be heard, you know what?
Go
directly to your school. So, hey, this is great. So we are making headway, and I do want to say I handle a lot of parents who call me about the exemption form, parents sign statements for school. More schools are taking the parent sign statement, right? So we have, like, this is just an example. You can write your own. This is a parent sign statement. Mine is one that it's just really basic. You have your date, child's name, parent name, and I actually included the bottom here. I include the law. And then I include the IDAPA rule that actually literally says on here, it's a signed statement of the parent or custodian or legal guardian that must either be on a form or a signed statement by the parent. So
which it didn't used to say that, by the way.
Right, that was changed also.
That was a change by HFI and the citizens of Idaho. We inspired them. We inspired them to adhere to the law and change their rule.
We brought it to their attention that it needed to be changed.
Yes.
So, and they did.
And they did.
Thank you, Department of Health and Welfare.
Thank you.
Idaho.
Thank you.
And this is also the form. I don't encourage using the form, but I do share it with people because I would rather have you using a form, or at least being aware that there's a form available, over thinking that your kids have to be vaccinated to go to school. Now, we do still have some schools in Idaho telling parents. I just this week got someone from Lewiston.
Shame.
The assistant principal in a school in Lewiston was telling a parent that there are no exemptions. Like straight
Lewiston.
up, no exemptions.
Lewiston.
And this mom was educated enough to know that there are exemptions, and she had that taken care of very quickly because she emailed some people in I believe it was the school board
Good.
And they apologized to her, and that is not a problem at this point.
Good.
So, but if you guys are
Keep
having
pushing.
problems,
Lewiston, keep pushing. Keep pushing. They need you. The citizens need to rise up. And you can see that when the citizens rise up, because the power is the hands of the people, you can see what happened in Bonneville. Lewiston needs to do this.
yes, we have lots of complaints. I've gotten lots of complaints from
complaints
Lewiston.
about
In fact,
Lewiston.
if I recall, there was a senator that didn't use any names, but said that there's a school district in the state of Idaho. Maybe it was a school that said we don't take exemptions. You guys,
Right.
if you are getting that, that is completely unlawful. I would be calling a lawyer if I were you.
Yep.
Okay.
No
So
shots,
anyway,
no school. Not true.
So yes, good news. We're doing great in that area. And if you guys ever have problems, message us at Health Freedom Idaho or Idahoans for Vaccine Freedom. We've got a group, and we will help you.
Yes. And I just want to say, this is why we started Health Freedom Idaho. I get tingly and I get teary because this is why we started it. And nobody was talking about vaccine exemption forms. Nobody was talking about it. And when Health Freedom Idaho brought that bill, trying to get the rule in line with statute, trying to clarify the statute because the rule was so off, and now here we are today, like dreams and prayers coming true, that Bonneville is actually saying, hey, as a school district, you guys have the right to exemptions, a lawful right to exemptions. That's awesome.
Right.
So we have to keep pushing. We can't stop. We can't be like, okay, good, we're being successful. This is the time to join Health Freedom Idaho. It's $10 a year. Become a member. This is the time to go to your school boards and request that they're letting you know about your lawful exemptions. Keep pushing. Don't stop. That's how we got in this bad position in the first place, is people fell asleep.
Well, let's just be honest. Listen, if parents don't know what their rights are, if you go to a school and you don't know what your rights are, you're going to lose your rights.
Right.
Either your kid doesn't go to school, or you're going to vaccinate your child. Maybe normally you wouldn't do that.
Yep.
So let's keep this in mind. We need to be informing people of what their rights are so they can retain them, because you can only retain the rights that you know that you have.
That's exactly right. And that's what was happening before Health Freedom Idaho started, is people were vaccinating their kids because they didn't know about the exemption. So they didn't even know that they had rights to stand up for.
Right. And if your school administrator or your school nurse or whoever at your school wasn't informing you, or maybe themselves didn't even know, you're only as good as the knowledge that you have.
Right.
So if you're not getting that knowledge, if you don't have it on your own, you kind of have to rely upon other people. So
Absolutely
anyway,
right.
so celebrate. Good job, Bonneville School District. We
Yes.
applaud
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Health Freedom Idaho friends.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.